Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show where we take a look at players that have been linked with a move to Arsenal this summer. And got to start off with Cech Martinez. Now, we've been talking about him ever since we started doing the programme, about his links with a move to Arsenal. It seems to be every day this is the player that we're talking about. And yet again today, Martinez seems to be the player who's on the radar of Arsenal. Lots of reports in all of the media outlets that Arsenal are getting very, very close to making this deal happen. It's been going on since last week. There's been no real denials yet from Arsenal. Of course, Cech Martinez is over there playing in the Copa America, playing for Colombia. Very important player for Colombia. And I suppose any deal that's going to get done won't get done until that competition's concluded, or until, say, Colombia are out of the Copa America, or if they don't win it, they've got a very strong team. But yes, the links are still there. Of course, he's got a Colombian compatriot in David Ospina playing for Arsenal. Of course, you've also got now that South American connection with Alexis Sanchez also being there. And there are quite a few Spanish speakers at the club. And Cech Martinez has already said he's leaving Porto. He's expressed a real interest in Arsenal. We know that Arsene Wenger is an admirer of Cech Martinez. And we're being told that the deal is in the region of anything from, say, 25 million and below. And other clubs have been interested in him, but it seems like Arsenal are the front runners. And it seems like Arsenal are very, very keen on making this deal happen. And every day that rumour gets stronger and stronger and stronger that he is the number 1 striking target that Arsenal are looking at. So Cech Martinez, yet again, the rumours hotter and hotter today that he may come in. And to be honest, with his goal-scoring records, I don't mind that. He would be a quality signing for Arsenal. I really think when you look at him and how he plays, he looks like he's made for the Premier League, and he would offer a lot of competition for Olivier Giroud. It would mean that we're not just relying on one guy as we have been for the past couple of seasons. Another player also that, again, right since the window, the window hasn't even opened yet officially, but right since all the rumours started at the end of the season, this guy, again, every week, every day, linked with Arsenal, dropped a massive hint yesterday about a possible move to Arsenal, and that is Petr Cech, or Petr Cech, or whatever way you want to say it. He said that he's going to decide his future next week. He's apparently got a meeting with the Chelsea officials and hierarchy next week, and he's going to decide his future then. But one very key thing that he said in his interview is that, and I'll quote this, he said, "If I move, it brings difficulties. I must change everything, looking for housing, a school for children, and so on." Now, that to me drops a massive hint that Cech wants to stay in London. He definitely wants to stay in London, because he's literally saying it there. If I move to, say, Manchester United, if I move abroad, these are the problems that I'm going to have. Sorting out my family. We've been told that his kids are very, very settled at the schools that they go to. We've been told that his family really enjoy London. I mean, he's lived in London, let's not remember, for a very, very long time now. And, does he want to move out of London when he can stay in London and get all the things he wants with Arsenal? Champions League football. He'll be going into a team that will be challenging for the title next season. He'll be going into a team that's a very, very good team. And, he won't get slated by Chelsea fans, because even though he's moving across to Arsenal, he's given a magnificent service over the years. They understand the position. It's Courtois' time. So, really and truly, if Arsenal want him, this is my opinion on it, and don't get me wrong, he hasn't ruled out the fact that he could still move abroad either. But I just get the feeling that if Arsenal really, really want Cech, they can get him, because it looks to me like Cech would fancy staying in London. And if that's the case, to me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Arsenal have to move in there and get Cech, Cech is a sort of addition to Arsenal that could help us to win the league. And no disrespect to the keepers we've got at the moment, but he's just on another level. And it would be really horrible to see him going, say, up to Man United or something like that and really strengthening them. So looks to me, as I said, that he really, really wants to come to Arsenal. It's really down to Arsenal if they're going to make this deal happen. We'll find out more about it next week when he kind of reveals what his plans are. Player today that's sort of come out of nowhere that we've been linked to is a player called Jordan Amavi, French player. It's always a French player. We get linked to every single French player that's out there. This guy, he's 21 years of age, plays in the left back position, plays for Nice, French under 21, scored 4 times last season, considered to be a real good prospect over there in France. And Arsenal apparently been scouting him, been taking a look at him. I don't really understand this one. Apparently can also shift into midfield as well. But we do have 2 quality left backs at the moment in Nacho Monreal. We've also, of course, got Kieran Gibbs. So unless this guy's very cheap, it doesn't really make sense to me. All right, yeah, he could shift into midfield and play on the left, which has been a problem area for Arsenal over the seasons. But Welbeck seems to have slotted in there well. We've also got other players now that can kind of shift over there. At this moment in time, I don't really see how that deal makes much sense for Arsenal because we've already got players in that position, you know what I mean? And you're just going to end up with a player that's very, well, bench warming basically, unless maybe it could be one of those ones where Arsenal buy him and then loan him out, you know, and look for him for the future because he's very young. And as I said, considered to be a very, very talented prospect. But Jordan Amavi is a player that's been linked with Arsenal today from Nice. A player that seems to be not too happy at the moment at Arsenal is Tomas Rosicky. He came out yesterday with a quote where he said that I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Now, he was being asked about his situation at Arsenal, the fact that he hasn't been getting a lot of game time. Started off the season with quite a bit of game time, but once a lot of players became fit, he didn't really, from sort of Christmas onwards, didn't really get much game time. We know that Arsenal signed a 1-year extension with him. They got an option in his contract where they can activate that, and they did. So he's here till the end of next season at the minimum. He's 34 years of age, still a player who can come on and do a job, and he's proved it so many times for Arsenal. He can come on, he can change a game. You can even start with him. He because of the amount of injuries he's had over his career at Arsenal, he's still a very fit player. He's, you know, you look at him, he looks young, and he plays like a young guy because he's missed a few seasons. He doesn't have that sort of 34 years in his legs, if you understand what I'm saying. But looks like he's, you know, he expressed yesterday that, you know, he doesn't like, you know, bench warming. He wants to get game time at his age. Could he be hinting at the fact that he would like to leave the club? I'm not sure. Some papers kind of suggesting that he's unhappy at his treatment because he's been left on the bench. But listen, the position that Tomas Rosicky plays in, that sort of either on the right-hand side or in the middle, look at the players in front of him. I mean, on the right-hand side, I mean, look how long Walcott had to wait for his chance, you know. That is the strength in depth that we've got there. You've also got guys like Oxlade-Chamberlain. You've got Gnabry's returning on that right-hand side. In the middle of the park, Wilshere, Ramsey, who've had to shift over onto the right to accommodate, Ozil, Cazorla. It's so difficult to get into that Arsenal team at the moment. You really got to be on the money. So will Rosicky stay for that remaining year, or is he looking for a move elsewhere? I really don't know. I love Tomas Rosicky. I know that the fans love Tomas Rosicky. I'd love to see him give us one more year, but definitely when you look at it, it's going to be very difficult to see how Tomas Rosicky is going to be starting regularly over a lot of those players that I've just stated there, because, you know, they're just at the peak of their powers at the moment. How is he going to get in front of him? But he doesn't seem. I suppose. Listen, every professional footballer is not going to be happy to be sitting on the bench, and you can't blame Rosicky for being, happy about that. There's certain players like say Balotelli and that who don't mind, but a player of Tomas Rosicky's professionalism, he doesn't want to be sitting on the bench. Yesterday, of course, on the show, we had the big rumours about Zlatan Ibrahimovic was being linked with a £11 million move to Arsenal. Seems to be now that since that his agent has come out and said, listen, Zlatan doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to stay at PSG. So these things that are being said, he's going there, he's going there, they're not in. However, there are rumours that the club wouldn't mind cashing in on Ibrahimovic to bring in other players at Paris Saint-Germain. They need to, they need to sell players to adhere to financial fair play. And Ibrahimovic is of course, on massive wages as well. Could be one of those players that they might shift out. Although, as I said, when I heard the story, and I did say this yesterday, I found it very, very unlikely. But I did pose a question to you guys and asked you what you thought. Would Ibrahimovic, would you be happy to have Zlatan Ibrahimovic at Arsenal? It's very interesting. That some of the comments that we got loads as usual. Let's go for a couple. Akash Guha says, are we Gooners or Ibra fans? Why are people quick to dismiss our strikers over Ibra? His ego will destroy the team. I'm so scared and hope that this won't happen. Doesn't look like it will happen, but, it's a great rumour. And he went on also to say, Zlatan to Arsenal? Absolutely not. He misses audition. He'll destroy the club chemistry and everything social in the dressing room. So he's definitely not having him. Andrew, though, on the other hand, says, Zlatan for 11 million. I would do that for a loan for one season. The money would easily be made back on kit sales and he would be amazing. Al Walid says, Zlatan has an ego, but he also has a killer instinct, he said, something that is very much lacking in our forwards. Anyone complaining about his personality, just remember Bentner. He's on a different league to Bentner, even on personality-wise. He can back it up as well. That's the good thing about Ibrahimovic. Hala Madrid says, Zlatan is still better than all Arsenal players, even at the age of 33. Maybe Sanchez is a little better, but he thinks Zlatan... Listen, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, still a quality player. Still quality, but if you're a forward-thinking club, do you bring in a player of 33? I think in October of this year, will be 34. Is that a forward-thinking? Let's get some others. Soulman says, Zlatan would sell so many shirts, we would sign him up for free, basically. He would sell a lot of shirts, you could just imagine him, and just, lots of comments. And you know what? There was what made me laugh yesterday is a couple of people saying, come on, Robbie, why are you saying Zlatan to Arsenal? Listen, we're reporting what the rumours are. So the biggest rumour of yesterday is Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming to Arsenal. That was everywhere, all over the media. Whether it's true or not, it's everywhere. This show is called Transfer Daily, where we report on the rumours surrounding transfer moves to Arsenal. So if that's the biggest rumour of the day, what do? Not say nothing about it. Because maybe I think it's not going to happen. I don't say anything about it. Come on. This is what this show's all about. We break it down. And that's what I did yesterday. I broke it down and I said, to be honest, I can't see it happening. But it's a rumour. So we have to investigate it. Just like sometimes you get some rumours. I remember when we was doing this show, the rumours about Higuain coming to Arsenal, right? I remember at that time, I even received calls, right, from people, little contacts that I had saying to me, Robbie, it's definite. It's done. Did it happen? No. Then I've received other calls from people that said to me when I've asked them about rumours saying, Robbie, Alexis Sanchez ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen, Robbie. I know you've been reporting about it, but it's not going to happen. He's either going to Liverpool or, you know, he's looking at going to Italy, going back to Italy. Where did he end up? Arsenal. This is why you have to check out these rumours. And to check them out, you watch this program, Transfer Daily, because we break it down on a daily basis. So thanks for watching. What I want you to do today, Cech Martinez again, Petr Cech. Would those two players be two massive additions to Arsenal that could help us to win the league? We want to win the league next season, or at least be competing for the league. Will we be competing for the league if we brought in those two players? Leave it in the comments below and let me know. And thanks for watching Transfer Daily today. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time.